Can you start a little bit with the soul erosion, chapter one? I found that so fascinating and just share what that's about a little bit.
Yeah, so I discovered my own soul erosion had been occurring since I was a child in childhood. And what is soul erosion? It really, in essence, means that in all the million moments in our childhood that we could have followed our inner voice and discovered our inner truth, we were stopped as little girls and we were primed and curated and prepped, flossed to become an image of our parents' fantasy.
Mm.
And all those million moments led to us leaving behind our authentic voice and claiming a false voice. Eventually, the soul gets so eroded that at the end of your 21 years, 25, 30 years, you look in the mirror and you ask yourself, who the hell is this? Because you have no connection to your truth anymore. You are an automaton to other people's fancies and expectations and fantasies. And so there's this huge abyss, this crevice between your present self, which is completely now false, and who you once were.
Mm.
And that's why we enter dysfunctional relationships. We have surrogacy through drugs and alcohol and prescription meds and cosmetic treatments because of this gap. So, soul erosion refers to this process where we leave behind our authentic self and begin to occupy a completely false, fake, artificial, superficial sense of who we are.
Yeah. Wow. What's some of the ways that you in your life or that you've helped others close that gap?
Yeah, first step is to to really have this sobering encounter with your false self. So
Mm.
first you have to be willing to say I'm full of shit, right? This is fake. And I did an experiment with myself for a few weeks where I asked myself I challenged myself, don't say anything until you check in with yourself, number one. Number two, when you check in with yourself, if the answer that you're about to give or response you're about to give is coming from fear and uh, a sense of scarcity, insecurity, then don't talk, don't say it.
Mm.
And I just gave myself that challenge to kind of do an audit into how much of my response set was coming from fear and protection versus truth and power and authenticity. And I can tell you, it was almost 99% of my answers. So I was like not talking much.
Wow.
I'm like, wow, this is fake. This. I'm only saying yes because I'm scared of this person. I'm only saying no because I'm scared of this person. I'm only saying yes because I'm afraid they'll leave me. I'm only saying no because I'm afraid they will not love me. All my responses were based and tailored on the other person's reaction. I didn't
Wow.
even know what I was feeling. And that's when I began to wake up. So the first step is to recognize the discrepancy, the abyss, the false self.
Mm.
Then you have to dare yourself to begin really tuning in and asking, what do I feel? And if you don't know what you feel, then don't just give a proxy answer. Say, I need time, and then go discover what it is you feel. Even if it's whether I want a Sprite or a Coke, even for something as basic, you need to know where the answer is coming from. So,
Mm.
am I ordering the salad because that's what my body wants right now? Or am I ordering the salad because it'll look so great because everyone around me is trying to lose weight? Which one is it? Am I saying, yes, I'll give you the $5 because I authentically want to share the money with you? Or am I saying, I'll give you the $5 because I'm scared you won't love me if I say no? Am I saying, yes, I'll have sex with my husband because I authentically want it or because I'm scared of him?
Mm.
All in all these ways, from the micro to the macro, from the minutiae to the profound, we need to start checking in with ourselves. And then the third step, of course, is to dare to speak the truth, even if it's as simple as saying, I'm struggling. I don't know what the answer is. I don't want to say yes. Or really authentically and vulnerably, I'm scared.
Mm.
This doesn't feel good to me. That I have to speak up. Wow, that right. So as we begin to practice and cultivate that inner voice, then we fall into alignment with our truth, and then we can show up so much more free. But it is a process. And nobody should expect themselves to just get to a place of wild freedom right away. It's these little micro steps you take along the way.